Change in moderators. Next, we'll go to start off with Josh Guessman. Go ahead, Josh.
Hey, Jonathan. How's it going today?
Hi, Josh. Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks. The team's coming off back-to-back losses for the first time. Greg talked a little bit about, just getting some training time in and how that was much needed. I wonder, I would imagine that through the first part of this year that being with Greg has been maybe somewhat in the honeymoon period. Lots of things changing, lots of things going over. And so maybe the expectations were that you guys would get some stuff wrong. But this week, was there a sort of change in attitude from him and maybe also from the team after the back-to-back losses?
Yeah, there was. I think going into the kind of the last third of the season, last period of the season is kind of getting to business time now, and we need to improve in certain areas. And yeah, although there's been patience and understanding so far. To be fair, we've had a good season. It's not like we've had a bad season. We've had a good season. But there's been patience and understanding with certain things. And I think it's getting to the point now where we need to iron out those things. And like we've mentioned before, go from a good team to a great team.
It's another big game, obviously, going against LAFC. There was a rivalry game against San Jose. Do you expect that the intensity is going to be ratcheted up even more after the two losses and knowing that you guys really want to get back on track before having 2 weeks off?
Yeah, I think a rivalry game against LAFC is probably it doesn't really matter whether you've won your last two games, lost your last two games, drawn them. It's kind of anything can happen in these games, and it's a one-off game, and whoever wants it more will generally win. So I'm not too worried about the results leading into this game. Like you mentioned, we've had a full week of training now, and to be honest, in my mind, those games seem quite a long time ago already now. So it's a clean slate, and we just keep on doing what we've been doing most of the season.
Thanks, Jonathan.
Next, we'll go to Damien Calhoun. Damien, you can go.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had to unmute myself.
Damien.
Sorry about that. Hey, Jonathan, just want to get your thoughts on, like you said, the rivalry with LAFC. The first time you played, it was a wild night. I think that was the day of the earthquake, I think, during the game. But what do you remember about that game? And now it sort of shifts to their place where their fans are going to be loud and wild as well.
Well, when I first signed here from day one, they were the games that I looked for first, was the LAFC game. So I've been looking forward to this one for a while, especially since the last one at home. There was only 25% capacity and the noise was great, the energy was great. And when you're at home, you feed off your home crowd. And I really enjoyed it. And we obviously got a good result, so we have positive memories from the last time we played them. So I'm kind of really looking forward to playing in that kind of atmosphere and in their stadium. And it's a nice challenge. And it's kind of one of the games I looked forward to most when I looked at the fixtures.
All right. Thank you.
Cheers, Damien.
Next, we'll go to Kevin Baxter.
Hey, Jonathan, how are you? Thanks for your time.
Hi, Kevin. How are you?
So picking up on what Damien and Josh asked you, you told us earlier that you had to depend on Sasha Kleshton to tell you what games were big. And now you're saying that you knew that LAFC was going to be a big game when you came here. So you'd already done your research on that one. But you said that the fact that you guys have lost two in a row and that they're struggling a little bit, it doesn't matter. And I know you played in a lot of derby games in England. What is it about those traditional matchups where it doesn't matter if you're in last place or first place? What is it about those games that make the records and everything else irrelevant?
It's difficult to answer that, really. It's kind of just the human aspect of it comes in, and there's just a lot more emotion in the game. It's just you find that extra bit of motivation, and if you could bottle how you feel, for a rivalry game and just repeat it every week, then you wouldn't be human. You'd be a robot, and all the games would be the same. So, yeah, it's just one of those things. It's just like I mentioned, it was one of the games I looked forward to the most from day one. So, I don't know. I think it's just a human thing. It's a human nature thing.
You guys, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I was wondering, do you guys run into each other? Do you see LAFC players around town where the bragging rights, being able to tell them, hey, we beat you guys last time?
No, I honestly haven't seen anyone. I don't know where they hang out. I don't know where their training ground is. I don't know. It's not like I'm purposely avoiding them. Maybe they're avoiding me, but I don't see them. So yeah, I mean, if we did, I'm sure we would have some nice back and forths, but I'm yet to see anyone.
Good luck. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Kevin.
We got time for a couple more questions. Next, we'll go to Larry Morgan.
Hi, Jonathan. Thanks for taking our questions.
Hi, Larry.
I asked Greg Vanney about his striving to change the defensive mentality on his team, and he had quite a bit to say about it. Since you have a rather close-up view of the defensive side of things out there, in your mind, what are some of the key characteristics of that so-called mentality on defense? Is it commitment? Is it physical play, or what?
It's a mixture of things. It is obviously the commitment. I don't think we're lacking in commitment. I just think it's kind of defensive. It's something you get taught when you're younger. You kind of get taught how to do certain things in certain ways at certain times. So if you're, we have a lot of technical players. We have a lot of attacking players who want to get on the ball and maybe haven't been exposed to the defensive side and responsibility of things as much as some of the more experienced players. So what happens is you kind of get just small things going wrong, I think, or bad decisions being made all over the pitch, and you might not notice them during the game, but those small things all add up, and then suddenly the other team might get 6, 7, 8 chances in a game, and by matter of percentages, they're going to score 1 or 2 of those chances. So it's a mixture of things. It's obviously the determination. We need to be a bit more steely. It's also a know-how. It's, we all know how to break down a team going forward and open up the pitch and be really wide and play in pockets and get on the half turn. But then it's, on the defensive side of things, when do you delay? When do you drop off? When do you press? Are some people doing one thing and then the other half of the team think we're doing another? So it's those small things that we need to get better at and iron out. And look, at the start of the season, we definitely had a lot of, there was a lot of change. There was not only change from last season, there was change within this season with the personnel and stuff. So, but like we mentioned, it's coming to the last third of the season now, and it's something that we need to, it's just an area we can improve. I don't think we're ever going to be like a team that just goes clean sheet, 0-0, because we don't really play like that. We play on the front foot, we play attacking football, and that's what the fans will want to see, So it's just about kind of giving ourselves the best chance of winning a game by being just that little bit more, getting those small things right and being that little bit more responsible defensively.
Thank you for your time.
Cheers, Larry.
And last question will go to Gio Garcia.
Hey, Jonathan. Just to piggyback on what these guys are saying. Greg Vanney obviously has been very vocal after last game. He's been talking about the defense, and he talked about it today. But you, as one of the vocal leaders in the back line, what kind of conversations are you having with the center backs? Even the midfielders, when those type of goals happen, and you guys look over the film of San Jose.
Yeah, I think. Kind of the way you've asked that question is as if it's the centre backs and the defence's responsibility to stop goals, and it's the attackers to score. And I've always said it's our responsibility to help the attackers score goals and build from the back and give them space. But then it's a collective thing defensively as well. So we, of course, we talk about it and we want to improve, but no one's perfect. But at the same time, we need to iron out the smaller things. It's a general thing, it's all 11 of us on the pitch, all the guys who come in. It's just doing things a bit better and more intelligently on the defensive side of things. And I'm pretty sure that's what Greg said. I think Greg said after the game, it's just everyone together, just being more of a unit and more defensive when we don't have the ball. But then we don't want to lose our attacking side of things. We're a very exciting team going forward and being open. So I wouldn't want to lose that myself either.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time, Jonathan.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Jonathan.